I think a very special thing on the 918 is definitely the variety the car has inside. It's on one hand side a high performance car with an astonishing lap time on the Nürburgring with less than 7 minutes. And on the other side, it's from the fuel economy, one of the best cars in the world. It's according to the European driving cycle, only 3 liters per 100 kilometers. That's all in one car. That makes the car so special. Well, during development, the fact that we have all parts are new, that we have nearly no carryover parts in a very short period of development time, made it really, that's definitely the challenges we had to overcome to make this car happen, and going to complete new fields like the hybrid drivetrain, like the integration and smooth integration, what was the main target of the car, of the hybrid drivetrain in a V8, in a race-bred engine, that was definitely a challenge for the team. Well, using 900 horsepower every day is definitely a challenge and a task, but it was always a target for the team to make it extremely good drivable, the car, because I'm totally convinced if the car is not drivable, you will not be fast on a racetrack, and you cannot take the potential out of the car. So the electronic support systems helped us in the dampers, in the torque vectoring, in the electronic four-wheel drive, and that makes the car really accessible to a lot of drivers. It's an easy handling car, a very neutral car that gives you a clear and precise feedback on the driving. And this was the main thing is I think that we did really the classical design rules for a super sports car, like a very low center of gravity, like the wide tires, like the layout of the suspension. There's no compromise in, and that makes the car so easy to drive and so accessible. The 918 is of course a technology carrier for Porsche, and we have a high interest in bringing the technology and the things we learned on that car down to other Porsche sports cars. The first step is already done with the Porsche Panamera SE hybrid. We have a plug-in hybrid in a sedan, in a very sporty sedan, very low fuel consumption, superb driving performance. And that will also come to the sports cars. And we believe that the plug-in hybrid technology also can make better sports cars. And so we will see parts of this technology, maybe not in that extreme way we did in the 918 Spyder, but parts will definitely trickle down to other sports cars from Porsche. It's a plug-in hybrid super sports car. So we have 2 electric motors and a battery, 280 horsepower coming only from the electric sources. And then a normally aspirated V8 combustion engine, 608 horsepower from a 4.6 liters. So we have a total system output, 887 horsepower.
Exactly 3 years ago we did the concept car. The beauty of this project is that 3 years later now we see the production car, and it is basically looks the same as the concept car. So for a designer it's once in a lifetime. So we started with the concept, then we agreed that it should be a super sports car, and then you just start to sketch. I mean, it's just the good old method of sketching, visualizing your thoughts. Coming back basically to the place where the first 911 has been presented 50 years ago. I mean, I would lie if I would say it is a normal show.
We did a new record on the Nürburgring Nordschleife with 6 minutes 57. That is a great record. We are very proud of that. It's another milestone for Porsche.
We had the first street car under 7 minutes. It was really a big day for the whole team. A lot of emotions on the Nürburgring when we could see the numbers on the watch.
Our dedication to the sports car for the 21st century. The concept study Porsche 918 Spyder. The first plug-in hybrid from Porsche, with electric motors that deliver more than 160 kilowatts, 218 horsepower, and a V8 high RPM engine generating more than 368 kilowatts, 500 horsepower. What's more, the Porsche 918 Spyder takes new paths with electric all-wheel drive and torque vectoring. Then there's the Porsche Doppelkupplungsgetriebe, PDK, and electric boost function. All vehicle components are embedded in a performance-focused automotive architecture with CFK monocoque. The weight, less than 1,490 kilograms. With a very low power-to-weight ratio, that makes it a high-performance hybrid. With less than 3.2 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour and more than 320 kilometers per hour top speed. Result, it will be faster on the Nordschleife than the Carrera GT. Equally record-breaking with a moderate driving style fuel consumption of about 3 liters per 100 kilometers and CO2 emissions of about 70 grams per kilometer are possible. And the Porsche 918 Spyder can be driven by electric power only with a range of up to 25 kilometers. The sporty response to the hybrid topic. The Porsche 918 Spyder has been developed from the genes of the legendary Porsche 917. The outcome is an extremely flat sports car with the distinctive proportions of a racing car. Porsche DNA, so to say. In the cockpit, the 918 Spyder follows in the footsteps of the Carrera GT, for instance with the ascending center console, plus 3 freestanding instruments. The operating concept points the way to the future. Central control functions are found in the multifunctional sports steering wheel and a touch panel surface in the center console. It's destined to change the way we drive sports cars. The Porsche 918 Spyder is one of our answers to urgent environmental issues. And yes, we respond with higher power, but also with lower fuel consumption. A contradiction? Not at all. It's the principle we call Porsche Intelligent Performance.
Gesamtkunstwerk, das mich am meisten fasziniert. Auf der einen Seite die enorme Kraft und auf der anderen Seite das gutmütige Fahrverhalten. Diese Elektromotoren, das habe ich auch am Anfang nicht glauben können, die geben natürlich das Salz in der Suppe. Damit hast du unheimlich Power, sobald du das Gaspedal berührst. Es ist ganz besonders an diesem Auto, dass jeder vernünftig denkende Mensch mit diesem Auto in der Lage ist, 900 PS zu benutzen. Das ist, glaube ich, das Alleinstellungsmerkmal dieses Autos gegenüber allen anderen Supersportwagen.